How do you resist the judgment of someone else that's coming at you? How do you resist that when that person has a real impact on your life? Maybe it's in a job, maybe it's in a relationship that you think is vital, very close relationship. How do you deal with a relationship where there is judgment? How do you resist it? How do you respond to it when that person has an impact upon your life? And when we're thinking about that, there's three things we've got to think about. One is anything that they have said, is there anything that I need to improve upon? Maybe they've got a little bit of truth in it. And do I need to respond? Do I need to change my behavior? So just kind of that self-awareness check. But then the very next step, it's so important that you do this. It's that you go, wait a minute, what part of this is mean? That's unkind, that doesn't understand who I am or what I'm trying to do. What part of that statement had nothing about being for my best interest, so that somebody has best interest at heart, but is instead, that's kind of mean and not accurate. So one, going, wait a minute, what might be accurate in this? Two, going, what do I need to get away from? What do I need to let go of that absolutely is not appropriate to say about my life? And then the third is to really take stock of what voices you prioritize in your life. Voices that aren't yes people that just tell you everything that you want to hear, but instead are able to say, hey, wait a minute, I think you need to think about that, have your best interests at heart and are willing to speak honestly, but offer encouragement. And that's a really fine line, because sometimes people overstep that. They don't mean to. And if they find out, they're very apologetic of, oh, I'm so sorry, that's not what I meant. But that's a really important thing for us to consider, is who are the voices that we prioritize in our lives that absolutely will speak honestly with us, have our best interests, aren't just yes people, but aren't about tearing us down. And so when we start to think about those three things that we can do to help to resist and respond to judgment, it can make the course a little easier, even though we may be having a real issue with some judgment being passed on us by people who can really impact and change our lives in ways that ultimately are painful. But the important thing is for us to not internalize that. Us to not internalize and be like, nope, I'm a failure, I'll never be good at anything. Those are not good things. Do we sometimes fail? Yes. We're not perfect people, and failure is actually an opportunity to learn and to grow and to find a new way. But if we're only being torn down by people, we have to be able to resist and say that you're not going to put that claim on me. That is not who I am. I hope that this gives you some thought and gives you some encouragement this day as you have to resist and respond to the judgment of others. Have a good one.